Good morning and welcome. It is 8:30. It is the third day of November 2021. And I am your guide to all the tabletop role-playing game news, weather, sports, controversy, speculation, and general internet nonsense that is the man known as the OGGM. Opening the door to be mocked, apparently. And speaking of the weather, it is a bright, sunny, but very, very cold November morning. And I'm reminding you yet again that if you haven't started your holiday shopping, do it now because all the retailers, including the retailers at your friendly local game store, that's S Games and Anime here in Ventura, are asking that you do the purchases and orders now because they cannot guarantee anything will be on the shelf come Thanksgiving and Christmas. And speaking of your friendly local game store, that's S Games and Anime here in Ventura, it's time to take a look at what's going on in the world of crowdfunding. The following crowdfunding projects are coming to an end, but you still have a chance to support them if any of them interest you. So you can check these out on Kickstarter crowdfunding sites, or you can head on over to your friendly local game store. That's still S Games and Anime here in Ventura, and ask them to look into it for you. From Tracy and Laura Hickman, we have the Sky Raiders of Abraxas, a 5e world. Most popular pledge is $100. This is a source book for Dungeons & Dragons 5e. This is the new project that Tracy and Laura Hickman, Joe Mangiolio, Larry Elmore, and Matt Stawecki have been working on. It's a new 5e setting. They have several projects out, and looks like it's going to be, the player's handbook is called the Sky Raiders Handbook, and the other thing is called the Sky Master's Almanac. So this is a world of flying boats and stuff like that. So if you're a fan of Tracy and Laura Hickman's and the Dragonlance stuff, or Joe, or any of these people, check out this product. From Monty Cook Games for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, we have Planebreaker. See, I told you somebody would jump on that grenade before Wizards of the Coast finally decided what they were doing, and looks like Monty Cook is going to be the first, but not the only one to do it. So this is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition source book. The most popular pledge is $110, and basically it's Planescape / Planejammer / Planeswalker done in a very interesting way, and introduces several types of races, feats, classes, spells, all sorts of things that would involve with the idea of visiting multiple planes, fixing the damage to the multiverse, stuff like that. From Atlas Games for, yet again, Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, we have Shotguns and Sorcery. The most popular pledge for this is $60, and this is a Shotguns and Sorcery. It's a fantasy noir in a city where humans survive under the protections of their dragon overlord. Outside the city walls, hordes of undead rule the lands, the dynamic of the status quo for centuries, blah, blah, blah. So it's D&D, Old West, survival, keep city-based. I think there's a comic book called Shotguns and Sorcery. From CZRPG, that's one word, CZRPG, we have Amazing Encounters in Places, Volume 1. This is an adventure aid. The most popular pledge is $36. It is also for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, featuring several locations, maps, encounters, monsters, and more. From Hunters Entertainment, we have Exquisite Crime, an original system. This is $40 most popular pledge. And this is you are paranormal investigators detailing the visions that other players draw in a game which you'll create art, and then subjective quality does not matter. Instead, it's a nice opportunity to create something as a gaming table as you craft the story and solve a crime. So you draw pictures and then base the adventure around the picture. Table, you craft a story inside. That doesn't really tell me anything about it. detailing the visions that other players draw. It's a game in which you create art, which... Okay, yeah, I got nothing. It's a surreal storytelling experience. So another one of those games that is experimenting with the genre and pushing it in new, different, and interesting ways. Could be good, could be bad. It's different. And, at this point, I like to see different. Okay, From 9th Level Games, we have Women Are Werewolves, a non-binary story game. Well, if it was non-binary, then you shouldn't have called them Women Are Werewolves, because that's a very specific word. Woman. As opposed to a non-binary individual who wouldn't have referred to themselves as male or female. So shouldn't it be People Are Werewolves? Anyways, we have Woman and Werewolves, a non-binary story game from 9th Level Games. $30 is the most popular pledge. Every full moon, the woman in your family transforms into werewolves. However, you're non-binary, and through this game, you deep dive your family's assumption about gender and gender roles. You'll draw cards and answer questions about why specific traditions exist, even as you challenge them. If you created a character, a werewolf mythology, and redefining antiquated beliefs interests you, check out this game. What antiquated beliefs? I wasn't aware that there was anything antiquated about the belief about werewolves. First, because werewolves don't exist. Second, because there are werewolves of every gender. There's been female werewolves, Ginger Snaps being a perfect example of a trilogy about female werewolves, and male werewolves. And I assume that there are probably also non-binary werewolves, because the werewolf disease doesn't care. Also, it's not real. From FASA Corporation, we have Earthdawn 4th Edition, Vasagothia, and Campaign Challenge Volume 2. This is a source book for Earthdawn 4th Edition. Max must be happy. The most popular pledge is $50, and it's a source book to detailing more lands and adventures in the world of Earthdawn. And finally, in case I haven't mentioned it 1,000 times before, EN Publishing Level Up Advanced 5th Edition is reaching the end of its Kickstarter. The most popular pledge for this is $120, and we have covered this plenty of times over the past 2 years. So if you want to take a look at Level Up Advanced 5th Edition, which could be the Pathfinder to 5th Edition Dungeons & Dragons, or not, check it out. So of all of these, the most interesting one is actually the one about exquisite crimes, because I'm always interested in seeing alternate ways to do the game as opposed to, hey, let's just write our game for 5th edition. And the one that just makes me go, why was this necessary, is Women Are Werewolves, a non-binary story game. Why not? Why call it a non-binary story game? Why just call it People Are Werewolves, and then address the idea that it doesn't matter what your gender is, because werewolves don't care what your gender is. Anyways, I wish them luck. And that statement's probably going to get me in trouble, but whatever. Until next time, if any of these products sound like something you want to support, head on over to your friendly local game store, that's Cess Games and Anime here in Ventura, and ask them to take a look at it. I have been your humble and often opinionated guide to all the tabletop role-playing game news, weather, sports, controversy, speculation, and general mockery. If you appreciate this content, let me know. If you don't, let me know, because I can't fix it if you don't tell me what's broken. And look, the weather is changing even as we speak. Till next time, I'm OGGM. Happy holidays. I will talk to you soon. And, of course, get off my land.